I want you to check this out. I'm going to show you something, and it's kind of interesting. All right, you see, when somebody goes ahead to pay you a good amount of money, this PC has been sold on eBay, and the buyer actually did pay me a decent amount of money. You see, the least thing I want to do is to send this PC out, without taking care of the PC, without even, thinking of giving it a fine clean. Because if somebody receives a PC that he or she has paid, 300 euros for, $300, doesn't matter how much it is, even if it's for $50, the person is actually expecting, to receive a PC in very, very good, condition. This PC right here, like I said, has been sold on eBay, and it's actually very dusty. If I want to do a cheap job now, I'm going to say it doesn't matter. Just pack the PC and ship it off. As a matter of fact, the PC is looking in very good condition. Nobody's going to be taking a look at the inside of the PC, but that will be absolutely wrong, because people sometimes, buyers sometimes go as far as checking the inside of the PC just to be sure of the quality of item they have received. And this is what differentiates you, because I've seen some people flipping PCs and they constantly complain that, yes, people come to my shop, they buy stuff, but they never ever come back, to buy more stuff. Yes, they will not come back to your shop because the experience they had was that you sent them a PC that's not responsible. They are disappointed. Sometimes they will not tell you, but I know some buyers will actually go ahead to your review session on eBay or whatever platform you sell. They're going to leave, a negative review there that, look, the PC came, the PC was so unkept, and that is just not acceptable. This PC now is looking very, very clean. I want to imagine that if somebody goes ahead, receives it, he or she is just going to be, happy that a very fresh PC like this, clean PC like this, with absolutely no signs of use have been delivered, to him or her. This is the standard that you actually, want to maintain. Of course, you can decide for yourself, decide if you want to be that PC flipper that's going to do a shabby job without recourse to cleanliness. Just take the PC, bundle it in a packet, and send it off. Or you want to be that PC flipper that when you send items to buyers, whenever they have, they ever have need to want to have, a laptop, a PC, a monitor, they're going to remember, yes, the last time I bought an item from Hardwareflipper's shop, he gave me an item in the best condition. And for that singular fact, I want to buy something new, I definitely have to look for him again, because I don't want to take any risk. I don't want somebody to send me an item that is going to be disgusting. I want an item that when I receive it, I will be confident that, yes, this transaction has been very fair. I've paid the right amount of the PC, and I've equally gotten a PC that suits my need. It's clean, it's technically in the best condition, and optically, there's just nothing to worry about. This is what I wanted to show you, and I feel like as many of you are trying to, want to go this direction of flipping pieces for profit, you actually have to learn the basics. See, I've seen different flippers come and go. Sometimes some people are just concerned about the profit they want to make from a particular transaction. They do not care about quality. After many years of doing this job, I want to tell you, profit should not be the main consideration when you start out to flip pieces for profit. The first thing you want to think of is that, look, I want to be that guy or girl that want to deliver, items in the best quality to whoever comes to my shop. And quality in this case definitely is going to start from the kind of item you are offering for sale. Also, it also has to do with the quality of listings that you put up. If your listing is also so shabby, and one thing I've discovered is that people that do not, pay attention to quality of the items they sell, they also tend to put up very low quality listings. They put up a listing, they just slap up something on the title and on the description section. They never ever want to tell you what kind of processor the PC is having, what kind of RAM, if the PC is in very good condition, if it's technically okay or optically very bad. They're not going to tell you that. They're just going to try to, whip up something, because they think that we are still in the time where you can just go ahead and list up whatever you think on eBay. Guys, let me disappoint you. That time is gone. There used to be a time where it didn't matter what item you brought onto eBay. You know, if the item is defective, if the item is in good working condition, if the item, you know, if some of these rubbers, you see, take a look at the foot right here. These rubbers, sometimes there used to be a time, these foot, some of them will be missing. There'll just be two left. People list the items and the item will sell, because this was a time where people pretty much still had money to throw around, you know, and people were not just so picky. But right now, people are so picky. They want to be sure that they are getting good value for their money. And people are actually, you know, taking pains to receive an item, to look through it, to be sure that the items have, you know, checked all the points. You know, is it clean? Is it functioning like the seller has described it? Was it shipped on time? How was the quality of shipping materials? And how was the communication, you know, between the seller and the buyer? People actually do check these things. And if you, once again, want to do a shabby job, I can tell you for free that this is not a business that you're going to do for a very long time. But if your aim is to do this business, you know, build it to the point where the business gets, you know, so sustainable, this is one of the things that you want to pay attention to. See, these doors that I blow at now, this is very typical when you buy, you know, pieces like this in large quantities from a supplier. This is not a problem, because the supplier is delivering these pieces to you in a very large quantity. Sometimes it's just, you know, logistically not possible for the supplier to go ahead and begin to clean each PC, you know, one after the other. Also, when you go to private homes to buy these pieces, most of these private sellers, they do not know that, look, you have to actually open up your PC and make sure that the PC is very clean. They do not know this. And this is one of the reasons why you can actually find a PC on Facebook Marketplace, for example, you know, go to the seller's house and pick up the PC for cheap, because the seller has not done anything to try to improve the quality of the PC. Most times, they're not going to be hard drives in it, it's not going to be RAM sticks. And sometimes the PC is going to be coming with all manner of dust inside. And that is where you come in, because you are going to receive the item from the seller, bring it home, do the things that you have to do, which is to take a rag like this, you know, depending on whatever you have, PC cleaner, whatever it is, you can actually go inside and meticulously make sure that the PC is cleaned in and out, make sure that the PC is well tested, and also make sure that you make very good photographs, because this is just what will differentiate you in the marketplace. I see all too often people complaining, my items are not selling, even though I have one of the best prices, but the item is not selling. The item won't sell because the picture you have out there is not representative of a quality item. This item will not sell. It doesn't matter how cheap the price is. Of course, somebody that also doesn't care about quality might actually go ahead to buy it. But if you want to sell responsible devices like this, as a matter of fact, this is where the profit is. You have to put in the work that you have to put in. You have to make sure that the items, you know, are well represented. The listing that you're putting up has to be good quality. Good quality doesn't necessarily mean that the listing has to be very lengthy. The description has to be super mega lengthy. No, but the main details that, you know, buyers want to see, make sure that well represented. If you are making photos, make sure you capture the front of the PC just like that. The front is clean. Make sure you capture the back of the PC just like that, so that whoever comes to your shop and wants to buy this PC has an impression of what he or she would expect. And if you can, make sure you capture the side so that anybody seeing it sees that this PC doesn't have a defective side panel. And make sure you also capture the other side like this. And if you can do that, guys, you are already setting up yourself, you know, to creating a very good quality listing. And when people receive your item, they can be confident that you have actually done a good job in delivering this item to them. I hope this video helps you. You know, open your eye to see those silent details that you actually have to pay attention to. Until I see you again in the next one. Peace.